We are fortunate to have a guest on our show who has been featured as one of Time magazine's 100 influential people, along with Narendra Modi, Barack Obama, Mr. Pope Francis, and Jack Ma, among others. He has been awarded the Padmashri for his relentless work for society. He is a frequent guest lecturer at Harvard, MIT, the IIMs, and the IITs. Dear friends, it gives me great privilege to welcome on ZENPod Mr. Arunachalam Muruganantham, who popularly goes by the name of India's Padman. Yes, inventor of the world's first low cost sanitary pad making machine. Mr. Muruganandan has helped over a million women adopt hygienic methods, and his invention is expected to spread to over 70 countries this year. He comes from a small village in Coimbatore in India and has revolutionized the menstrual hygiene industry. I could go on about him for the next 30 minutes, but then I would let the padman do the talking. It also gives me great privilege to let you know that I have been fortunate to spend a lot of time with the padman last year and beginning of this year. So I'm really, really lucky. Thank you very much, Mr. Arunachal Muruganandan, for agreeing to come on our show. Welcome to ZenPod.
Thank you, Pinky. Thank you. Yeah.
Sir, I want to start by asking you, and you've achieved so much. What is your definition of spirituality?
Really, the moment I received the list of questions, then I told to my assistant, Anand, can you check with Venki whether maybe it is for Jackie Vasle? Because you connect with all over the world, no? Maybe you miss I send, but it is. Then I thought it is very. It fit into the time frame. So what is happening around now? So we can talk about spirituality, but often I used to check because my daughter used to ask meaning for many phrases, words. Then you'll go for dictionaries in online. So like that, after receiving your set of questions, I started checking what's the definition for spiritual everything. Nowhere I get the definition. Thank God, I can manipulate also in my way of manipulating things. Because spirituality is, you can call it as a first astronomy. So anyone you can ask astronomy, you can bluff like anything. Today I found a planet called K32124. So like that, everyone started finding planets continuously every day. So it's such a big topic. Yeah, astronomy, spirituality, not like it is equal to more than that. So in my point of the definition, what I want to say, it is nothing but tuning yourself towards that collective memories in the world. So people are talking about cloud memory something, but these people, the ancestor, they talked about collective consciousness something. So you have to align yourself so to the collective consciousness of the universe by tuning yourself. So it is nothing but the vibration. Every living body has its own vibration. So that vibration you have to fine tune to the connecting live connection. How your cell phone, there is a 3 barcodes. Whenever you check, oh my God, the connectivity is not poor, Murugas. So like that, nobody ever checked you are connected to the universe. The collective memory is something. Because recently somebody they come out, information, something scientific definition. The brain don't have any memory. It is mind-boggling result. They checked in the lab. Nobody ever found any memory. Like you can have a memory in a small pen drive or in CD. There is no memory at all in the brain. It is only a process, a something. So every thought is affecting the universe. Some Siddhas they talked. Now it is proven. Every thought of you, it will affect Dubai, it will affect Abu Dhabi, it will affect the universe. So that's what
Awesome.
Spiritual is not nothing less fine tuning yourself. You have to cure. But if you want to say about those who are born after 80, maybe they are not convincing what I'm telling, because if I put some religion marks on my forehead, something, so it is very easy to manipulate other people, opposite people. The moment you say spiritual, it is very easy because you can shut your mouth. No need to talk. If you ask anything, I will say simple laugh. oh my God, he is very genius. See what the question he asked, he will answer in simple laugh. I am a fool. I never answered your question, but I can say, but it is not like that. What I want to say after 80 born people, if you ask define speed, very well I can say rate of change of acceleration is called speed. This is also spiritual means is it opposite to emotions. Rate of change of emotion is equal spiritual. That's all. So you have to aware. So I love pilots. Whenever I'm entering into a plane, I give a small pause while I'm crossing the cockpit, that door. I look the cockpit because why I love pilots. They are having a limited variance in the cockpit. They can accelerate that too only forward. There is no reverse gear in the plane so
Correct.
far. They can maneuver left, right. They can go up and down. So with that, they are managing the unlimited variables, climate, this, that, hijacking everything. So
Mhm.
like that, we human being have a limited variables with our emotions. With that, we have to control enormous variable in the society, in the family, in HR, in business, as a CEO. So this is called spiritual. So with the limited variant of your emotion, you have to control the unlimited variance of life and business. So this is called spiritual.
Awesome.
So control. Yeah.
Very different definition. You've been doctor. You've been an innovator more than that, but for want of a better word, do you believe innovation and spirituality have a connection?
So again, I have to say spiritually means, something you close your eyes, the entire blueprint God is given to by all the fits and tolerance, this amount of the parts, not like that. So again, I'm saying it is about uh, emotions. So if you have a strong emotion, the very basic emotion of human being is to survive. Moment survive means, from animal to any insect, everything is used to hurry to get food. Hurry is the key role to survive. Even within the home, we are in the lockdown for 3 months. But in spite, I went few places of my close friends, but their hurry inside the home, I don't know why for. They are not going out. They are eating in a hurried manner. Why? To watch the TV. I said, you can patiently, you can eat your food, you can switch on the TV. But from the dining table to move to the sofa to see the TV, he is hurrying to take the food. So like that, if you hurry, this what the basic, the criteria is given by parents, their family, and the education institution. Everybody started giving hurry to become first. Luckily, I am not into that particular slot. I'm having a vision or the idea of differentiating those you are surviving are living. So even a small boy, I understood about surviving and living. So I saw 99% of people across the world, because of ignorance, they are surviving. They don't even living. To live, so you need, love, not even
Agreed.
money.
Agreed.
So love.
Agreed.
So because this passionate, I'm never hurry. So I started looking everything into depth. Even I took the leaf. I used to look the leaf for minutes, for half an hour. Some part of time, my family thought I become a mad. Maybe some autism, something happened. Why is standing? Why is seeing the? You are passing the park. You in a hurried manner. You see this left. But I used to stand in front of the rose garden, a rose plant, looking the rose. I want to grasp everything. So what is happening? I look butterfly for hours. I started giving that mentality to my daughter. I failed, miserably failed. So this is what later it is helpful to the innovating something, because no one can innovate something in hurried manner by fixing date. So many countries they are trying to come out a vaccine on a fixed date. So it's not a fair and lovely got something. So this one spiritual. I want to say again. So understanding the things from the basic, uh, you must passionate of doing new things. That what I saw from Einstein, Edison. Nobody ever thought of venturing with venture capitalists. They want to make $1 billion company. I checked double time with Michael Faraday and Einstein. Nobody ever tried to make the invention into $1 billion company. a century ago or 2 centuries ago. Now
What has
even if you
been
are having now people are having a smallest platform, an aggregator platform. They want to make it $1 billion.
correct?
Not even they don't want to make a social impact.
So that goes to your point of why are we in a hurry? Why are we wanting to reach the top? So I think those all connect together, right? So it makes
Yeah,
sense.
because the moment I saw your questions, because the world should thrive to to survive or live. You need dynamic people. So
Correct.
something you talk about spiritual something, then they become lethargic. So don't afraid to talk about this, because spiritual means it is for the age of 50 or 60 you become slow, then leave it everything to God or Almighty. Something it is won't fit nowadays. It is we should agree ourselves. It is a competitive arena, whether it is a marketplace or something. It is competitive. Those who are able to survive or having knowledge, they can only survive. So in this situation, spiritual means we are talking about doing things in a proper way. We
Correct.
can use spirituality. So don't sit idle and talking something.
Correct.
Please, younger generation, those who are hearing this, I'm talking about spiritual. You can very well use for your managing things in
Correct.
day-to-day life, in
Correct.
business, doing especially creating new things. It will give 100% clarity in your mind. So
Absolutely.
spiritual is not more than a clarity. The clarity
Absolutely.
very well called as spiritual.
Awesome. What has been, sir, your life-defining moment? And I know I've been privileged to spend time with you, and but this is for the listeners, really. What has been your life-defining moment, sir? Uh,
Again, here also the problem.
I know it's a big
Everybody,
story, but
yeah. So big story, but I want to say the truth actually, because luckily we are friends. So I
yes,
don't want to impress each other. So
absolutely. Thank
just
you,
for
sir.
the audience. So first the question, whenever I go, wherever I go, no, even for foreign media, local media, sir, what is the turning point in your life? So you point out a time that totally changed your life like that. Then I said, really, it is not like that in the life. That's what the truth. Because you thought after meeting the girl, after seeing the girl on the road, after marrying her, after joining the company, it is only it's a mindset. So here now the interview is happening with us. It is a beautiful moment. We don't know what is happening. Who knows, the king of the Dubai, Abu Dhabi may see the interview. He can contact you. So every moment is a life changing moment. It is have a dynamic value every second. So it is not true. But if I want to say something, one point of time, my father died in a road accident. Then my mother
I'm s-
became a caretaker of the family.
I'm sorry.
To support my mother, I decided one day under the neem tree with the company of Shepherd Boy. That Shepherd Boy helped me a lot of things managing company later. Because I am really amazed how the small boy is managing 200 goats with the help of a small dog. It's equal to managing things. So then I decide on the name on a particular day. From tomorrow, I'm not going to school. That is an important day in my life. If I join some other school, then I become a graduate. That world put me in the box. I'm luckily escaped from the box. I'm an out of box man now.
Okay.
So if I'm educated, suppose I did 2 degrees, if I did PhD, my God, I trapped into something a fixed thought of doing things. Luckily, I don't have anything fixed. Every day, in my mind, I'm a new personality. You see, the personality is built at the age of 15 or 16. So what do you do with such a type of personality if you acquire in your company? There are training, so many things the big companies are doing. You cannot change a personality. It is molded at the age of 14 or 15 or 16. Even at the age of 57, I am an unmolded man. That means I'm growing every day. So every day is a dynamic day for me. So this is what I want to
Awesome.
say.
Awesome.
So don't stop learning. The problem with you and me, the difference is the moment you get graduation or something, you stop learning. But
Correct.
Muruga is learning every time, even these 60 days. I learn all this webinar, going for
Yes.
Zoom, Team, everything. So I started learning everything. Even you are locking up, you are closing all my windows. I learned something, how
Awesome.
to survive in the closed
Awesome.
room, something. So in my perspective, death is nothing but stopping your learning. Death
Wow.
is called stopping your learning.
Awesome. You have been, obviously you've had a lot of challenges. One of the things is, and even now as we speak, the last 3 to 4 months have been very difficult for a lot of people. How do you keep yourself motivated every morning and ongoing on a daily basis? What's the key?
As I said, whenever I'm seeing a pregnant woman, so it is good 10,000 words. Automatically, I feel dynamic. I don't want to see in direct alive. If I switch on the TV, if I see in hospital a queue of pregnant women standing, so what is that? There are 1,000 people are giving motivation. There is a baby in the mother womb. He is getting ready to come out to this world with 100% hope. So, because the world is permanent, we only temporary. But we feel the world is temporary. That's what the problem.
Correct.
So, those who are thinking the world is temporary, you permanent, you are the fool. So, I believe the universe, I believe the mother nature is permanent. That is why I am connected with nature, I am permanent. So, that's what at any point, I don't become a pessimist. I will always positive. The moment I believe in nature, so my tempo will not come down even 1%. So that tempo
Awesome.
visa,
Awesome.
I plan thing because if you're afraid to open your door, what will happen? With the fear, you cannot build anything, you cannot plan anything. Once you have hope, faith, really in your mind 100%, then you can take a paper, you can plan. Because of compulsion, there are meeting going on in webinar or or conference call. There's something bluffing with half confidence or half faith in your mind. That is very. I told to see you openly. So really, you have the hope. What is happening? No more. Then you stop talking. I said, go to your puja room and grasp that 100% faith, a real thing. Then the word, because I saw the simmering of the word. Now I'm speaking, I'm struggling the only for language, but I'm not simmering what I'm talking the topic.
Correct.
It is because I'm trying to speak very firm. You can notice I'm only
Yes.
struggling for the English word to
Doesn't matter.
connect, but I'm not simmering, what I'm talking. The confidence. So it is come out of the faith or belief, the 100% which I'm having, especially in the heart. Very important. I want to tell something to audience. Please take out your mind for at least for 1 year. The mind is the biggest culprit to mislead you in this pandemic. Live from heart,
Wow.
then you are safe. You
Awesome.
just change your mode from mind to heart, then you see the change. Yes,
Awesome.
sir. Because I am living from my childhood from heart. I never,
Correct.
very often I use my brain. So whenever there is a problem in immigration with foreign language, rest of all, I'll go to my heart mode. So this is what
Good.
I want to say.
And that brings me to my next question. You mentioned about a baby coming out with a lot of hope. What gives you hope?
So again, see, it is completely a negative. If you talk about this, all the food or it is adulterated, agriculture become BT, everything, But the baby in the mother womb doesn't know anything. Who knows? He may come, he can change into correct way. So I look out every baby may be a messenger or a game changer given by God to the world. So every time I'm seeing a child, I never look after a child. I'm looking as a Michael Faraday or Einstein. I said, well, please don't be mistaken. I'm using only the 2 century old scientists because they only give a breakthrough innovation.
Yes.
We are all incremental. We are creating incrementals. What they did. I saw the list of innovation every time. All the breakthrough is given a century ago, 2 century ago, 2.5 century ago. So everything. So that's what I'm looking the children or a child, and next Einstein, and next Darwin or something. So that's giving a beautiful hope, and especially
Awesome.
that's what mothers you no need to say
Yes.
because not only the baby is come out, then you think of the mother
Yes.
because the baby is not going to grow automatically in automatic and an artificial intelligence that need an assistant of mother also having 100% hope. So this what here everywhere here I want to say one thing. those the illiterate mother are more faith than the literate mothers. Again, the literate mothers are in problem. They are having a fear in the mind. I told a few of my close relatives, they are conceived, they are having a date. Then I console them. Any negative, please take it out. Then I saw some illiterate women from villages, how, joyfully they are doing that pregnancy, the motherly food, the carrying. Then I saw the difference of faces. The hopelessness is completely showing in your face. No matter you're living in 3-bedroom apartment with an AC fitted, with a double car, there is nothing. In spite, please bring hope. Then I told a lot of stories about I born in Second World War time. My father born in Second World War time. I born in Chinese World War time. But nothing will happen. So this is the hope it will create. And this universe, the world is going to exist for another thousands of years. But only the problem is with our education system. I need to talk because while I was there in Canada a couple of years ago, I met a group of scientists. They told me, Muruga, if you are able to live for another 10 years, then you no need to die for 150 to 200 years. Because I saw there are a group of scientists are growing artificial heart from body cells, artificial liver, artificial kidney. They told Muruga, we will make an standby patch for your whole body. They told.
Okay.
If you keep alive for around 10 years, then I believe, oh my God, if I live for 10 years, almost 5 years gone, then I no need to die. You decide you want to live 150 years, 200 years. Then what happened? Suddenly I locked my government told me lock inside. Please save. Then horrible, then I look for somebody will come and save me because now my country is the world. Because the moment you become scientist or inventor, so the boundaries are not bound you. The Tamil Nadu, India. So now I'm a universal man. Even there is a woman in Mars, even I'm connected with Mars too.
Correct.
So then I never heard from any I went to Harvard, Oxford, MIT, nothing's happened. So please note, we miserably having a 100% failure curriculum. We need to change the curriculum instantly to save the world. Because don't pass with me, there is a research going on in Harvard, we will come out in another 6 months. In 6 months, the complete economy will collapse. So rebuilding, again thriving, like because the world is phoenix. Even you make it as is, two couple will make it again the world. I agree. But why should the enormous population suffer like anything? Economic catastrophe, the middle class become poor, poor become better. Very importantly, all the poor, earlier they accept they become poor, they will survive. Now nobody want to become poor. They become thieves. They will loot. They will come group into our apartment. They will steal everything. Because earlier, because poor, if they get food, then they will satisfy it. Now everybody is connected with internet. Everybody want to live luxury. Nobody want to eat and simply live. In spite anything, they become dacoits. So physics, they did their job. As an engineer, we did our job. I'm telling a gradual the transformation according to the century, decade. But medical industry, I don't want to say they completely collapsed. They completely become commercial. We never found a single innovator in the medical field. Because I don't want to settle down with curing the disease. While I'm meeting Bill Gates with 180 vaccine companies in Seattle, I told about eradicating disease. I never talked about even curing disease.
Correct.
Eradicating the disease, eradicate. So that's what is happening. So only this institution, they will make the student to come first to make billionaires. What will they use? I spoke the same with the video conference with big, well-renowned institute. They also agree. So immediately, it is a beautiful chance to correct ourselves. Maybe the pandemic given by God to correct all our systems, our food system, our economic system. Now everybody talk about decentralizing. While I'm making small, how to think small and doing in a big way. Yesterday I talked. So, Muruga, how you forecast what is happening now? You did from the day one in a decentralized way. Now, centralized and macro become foolish idea suddenly.
Correct.
So, these are all I'm telling. So, we have to rewrite our curriculum. So, So the hope definitely will come. While I'm seeing the children, they become the part of the rewriting all this to the world. Next, there is no pandemic hereafter after 10 to 15 years. So it will
Great.
take at least 10 years to rewrite the curriculum of all industries, especially medical industry, to allow innovators, free innovators, come on public something innovating and giving to public domain, not patterning and converting into vaccine, trying to make billions. A simple innovation. Even I tried myself. Why not to come out at least for identifying, disease, just testing method. Why not give a very simple testing method? You are giving a stick, again chemical. The problem is that allopathy industry kill all the local, that uh, some health correction, siddhas, every country having their own system of doing things. They monopolize. So I told about monopolizing also, it became a problem. If you are monopolizing something, you have to manage the things. You want monopoly, complete health sector, but you are giving just you are handing off the whole population. What will happen? Because I know while I'm in childhood, to identify, diagnose that, jaundice, they put some, drumstick tree, 2 drop of the drumstick tree juice. Some changes happen immediately. It is confirmed you have jaundice. If you go on check lab, it is not 50%, 60% probability,
Yeah,
100%.
100%. What has been your
Even
biggest?
yeah, it's 100%. So I
Yeah.
asked so many people. Somebody they come forward, then they threat from pharma companies. They given up. So many
Right.
jokes are going, but it is not good. So if you want to monopoly very well. But something has happened. You have to come out a solution in 48 hours. Then only will agree. Even taking months and 2 months, 6 months, then you are bluffing each other, fighting each other, and throwing stone to WHO. Then this country, what the childish things are happening. So because
What has
you're
been?
all,
Correct.
they are all coming from a well-renowned university. Even I cannot step my foot in the gate. Harvard, Oxford is a separate city.
Yeah, yeah.
Mind-boggling. While I'm there, I believe, oh my God, definitely what the Canadian people told. If I live for another 10 years, I no need to die. So already I am very slow. I am passionate. After hearing that, I became very slow because I'm going to be for 150 years. Why should I hurry? I totally they bluffed.
What has
So
been
it is
your?
cheating.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
but
cheating. It is
you
nothing
know,
but cheating and uneducated people, those who are
yeah.
believing you. Even myself, the world is cheated me. Because I believe by seeing your French cat, your way of speaking English, and your researches, and your so many dozens of PhDs, I told you just burn all the PhDs you did, put in an open ground and fire it. I told the waste. Because even you do it something, it is delayed, completely collapsed. Again, thriving from the ash, it will happen. It's a human tendency, but you spoil. That strain, that pain you created me. What is the use, na? The trauma care is to make that human being taking out of the pain and giving relief. Then earlier days, they will put some wood piece, then they'll operate without anesthesia. You are doing the same. You never give anesthesia. You're operating by putting a piece of wood in my mouth, by locking down me in my home. It's nothing but putting a wood piece in my mouth, and you started doing operation on my body. I'm saying the same. Now that maybe everyone understand.
Right.
So, my dear friends, I am afraid we have to take a break at this juncture. But we will be back continuing our conversation with the Padman, where he will talk about his satisfaction quotient, his advice to corporate leaders, his leadership, spirituality, and innovation quotient intersection. How does he keep himself going? His inspiration. What does happiness mean to him? And finally, his definition of success. All this and much more in our next edition of our conversations with the Padman of India. Stay tuned, do not go away. Bye bye.